What's up, folks? Turbo Man 351 here, coming to you from the shop here, dude, at Turbo Man headquarters. And I thought I'd give a quick update, folks. Got the T56 back. Oh yeah, dude. You remember that Hanlon Motorsports kit that I showed you? Where she is all installed. We went and picked this up yesterday, guys. Rick at RKT Performance, guys. Now look, you look at that, very good, guys. This guy is extremely well known on the East Coast. His name is Rick Kim at RKT Performance. They're not paying me or nothing. This guy's an amazing genius when it comes to T56 builds. He's not on YouTube. He doesn't do any of that stuff. But he is really well known to Summit Point Raceway in West Virginia. Big road racer track over there, guys, if you're familiar with it. He does a lot of transmissions for those guys over there, road racing. And I am very honored to have him, you know, rebuild my T56. Absolutely incredible. I went to his shop and it was just covered wall to wall in T56 transmissions. And dude, when I mean wall to wall, if I had to take my camera in there, I wish I could have, but it was literally wall to ceiling, dude. T56 cases, parts, you name it. Very clean shop, very well maintained. So we got the full Hanlon Motorsports Stage 1 kit in here, carbon synchros. I had to replace 2 sliders, our synchronizer sliders. He told me the guy who owned the transmission before me was missing third a lot and was missing fifth gear a lot. So obviously in 6-speed transmissions, a lot of racers like to use that fifth gear because it's close to the fourth gear 1-to-1, and they do a lot of pulls from fourth to fifth to keep going and getting it. So I had to replace 2 of those. That was $400. They're $200 each. Ouch. And so I'm about as much money into this as almost a new transmission. I know I could have gotten a T56 Magnum, but with tax and everything, it comes out close to like $3,800, I think. So a little pricey. I'm only into this about $2,800. That's not too bad. So we got the Stage 1 kit in here. No play, dude. This thing is insane. Got a tick performance bearing retainer on here. You know, everything is rock solid, dude. Just incredible. We got the QuickTime bell housing. Now, this is part number 8031, okay? You can see here on this bell housing, it's got a pretty big, it's not really big, but it's just an open window. Some of their other bell housings have other windows this size, but it's on the bottom for like inspection or whatever, inspection hole. But I had to cut this piece out here because my throwout bearing is probably roughly around, 8 o'clock. And they sent me a 9 o'clock position, which was off. It was weird because it was right on top of this. Right here is where the opening was. And I need the opening here. So what I did was I just cut a little bit out of it, dude. That was no big deal. I got the pieces right here, and I'll show them to you. You know, I just cut them out, dude. It wasn't that's not much material at all. Okay, so that was real easy peasy. Okay, and so we're going to put this in. This is an amazing bell housing, dude. This thing, I can't believe how strong this is. It's not that heavy. It's not heavy at all. It is cast iron. I had to make my own little clutch cable bracket here because the one that they had was up here, and I had to cut it off because I had to put it back to the 8 o'clock position. Theirs was at 9. So that was easy. No big deal, okay? Guys are all familiar with QuickTime. And you got this big, you got your big sheet here, dude. This thing is massive, dude. I mean, this thing is just incredible. The starter plate is nice, dude. Solid. It's thick, too. Look at that thing, man. Just incredible piece. Clutches, dude. I'm still staying with the 10 spline, right? Now, he was telling me to go to a 26 spline, but he didn't really have to because he was like, are you drag racing? No. Do you have big, fat 275-inch Mickey Thompsons on the back? No. He goes, okay. He goes, well, what are you really doing with the transmission? I said, really? I said, Rick, I'm just maybe, everything is from a rolling start all the time. I don't really blast off a first gear at full boost and hit second. I don't do that because that's when you start to break stuff. So I'm a little bit more conservative when driving a manual transmission than I was back in high school. I'm like, everything's from a rolling start around, 45 miles an hour, and then boom, dude, I punch it and grab gears. He goes, this will last you all day long. How much power are you? I said, I'm about close, tickling 800 horsepower. He go, you'll be fine, dude. Absolutely fine. I was like, outstanding. What I did tell him is like, well, I'm using a T5 right now, so I hope I am fine. And he sat there and he couldn't believe it, man. He was like, I don't know how you're doing it, man. A T5, 800 horsepower? And I said, yeah, well, go figure. But anyway, guys, everything is done. We're going to put this in the car here very soon. I'm sticking with McLeod. McLeod clutch, dude. That Street Extreme clutch, dude. This is an old one here. Let me tell you something, man. This ceramic Street Extreme clutch, okay, where it's both ceramic on both sides like this, okay? Dude, this is an absolutely outstanding clutch, man. Let me just say, for the price, for $375, this is a no-brainer, dude. Okay, 700 foot-pounds of torque, it says it's rated at. Easy. That's all day. The only thing about these, though, this still has some meat on here, if you can tell. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. But these pucks still got some meat on here, okay? But I had this clutch in the car for about almost 2 years of driving and so forth. I drove about 4 times a month with the car, and that's a lot of pulls, a lot of dyno time on this clutch here also. But when you start to wear it out just a teeny bit, you know what I mean? She won't hold that 700 no more. She'll start to slip. That's what was happening with this one. As you can see, the coloring there, the heat marks, the blue, because I was pushing a little too much power, and she'll start to give up the ghost a little bit, because after a while, when you start wearing a little bit, and obviously you're going to wear out the pucks a little bit, because, obviously they start to wear, and when you start to do that, it slowly decreases the amount of power it can hold, obviously. So I went from 700 to 6 to 5, and then eventually, it actually was at around 600. It slipped a little bit here and there, and I was like, well, let me go get a new one. 375, you can't beat it. So I got a new one. So I might go with the double twin clutch. That's another thing. I heard those last really long, especially with my type of driving. So we'll see, okay? The only thing is that these clutches here, these are good clutches right here. Don't get me wrong. But is this material really ceramic? I don't know. eBay, clutch here, okay? I'm kind of on the fence about that. So I haven't ran this yet. I know Justin LX has run these on his channel, and he's about the same power as me, and he's had good luck with it. So I might throw that in there. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to use the pressure plate from the McLeod clutch. I'll stick with that, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm still on the fence with that, depending on budget. But there it is, guys. The T56 is done. We are ready to rock and roll. Anything else with the car? Do you really? I'm going to be getting a new boost controller. I'm going to bring you a video on that. The AEM True Boost controller. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Not a boost controller, a boost reader. Okay? It's where it has that recall button on there, where as soon as you do a pull and the highest value that it hit, you can hit the recall button or the peak number, or the peak button, sorry, and it'll tell you exactly how much boost you just pulled on that pull. That is a no-brainer, dude. I need that so bad in this car, it's killing me. Because I never, ever look at the boost gauge. Do you? Do you ever look at the one that's vacuum operated with the needle going up and down? I never look at it, dude. Never. So the digital AEM X Series boost gauge will definitely be a help to this car, to me, and knowing where I'm at. You know what I mean? And I run on gate, which is really, really safe. And I'll tell you what, man, after watching what happened to Cletus the other day on his channel, that boost controller, or that map sensor, whatever you want to call it, that's in the top of the dome pressure sensor, that failed on his wastegate, and it cost him his motor. That car read 60 pounds of boost because the solenoid, or the boost control, the map sensor piece, or the boost gauge, was bad. And what happened was he was trying to compensate, shutting the wastegate, and it just dumped 60 psi at it, and it blew the motor. Insane. It's like if you're pulling 800 horsepower or below 1,000, stay on gate if you can, okay? Because, dude, when you start going electronic controllers and all that stuff, when one of those things fail, you're done, dude. Done. Done. Your motor's toast, and Lord knows what else is going to get toast. You know what I mean? I just can't come to putting my faith in Digicos to really trust that, you know, to be operating correctly. That's why I like to go full strictly manual. You know what I mean? Because how is a wastegate spring going to fail? You know what I'm saying? It's not. So just the words of wisdom there. I couldn't believe that happened. That motor that he has in there is like 20 grand. You know what I mean? From Texas Speed. And those things aren't cheap, dude. And so we're going to stay on gate. You know, some of you guys can do it and run it all day. But when it comes to these people running all this high technology, and it's getting crazy out there with all this technology and all this new stuff hitting the market. And don't get me wrong, it's good. It's expensive. But man, something electrical always fails. It's a no-brainer, dude. So, you know, coming to this engine in this car, I don't want to do it. I don't trust it. But anyway, all right, guys, that's a quick update from the Turbo Man Cave. Just sitting here chilling on a Friday night. It's cold in the shop. It's chilly. What else do I got going on? Oh, yeah, dude. I got this welder, dude. This thing is nasty. Titanium welder, $1,000, Harbor Freight. It welds aluminum. It does it all, dude. That's the cup I run. Nice little glass cup there. My stick is out a little bit far because I was doing this exhaust piece, getting into a tight corner. But hey, dude, AC, DC, got the gas. This thing is awesome, dude. I started out here with the eBay one, dude. So as soon as you start out, get an eBay one, dude. $200, learn how to do it. And then you can move up to the foot pedal, get away from the scratch start. Because that scratch start gets annoying, dude, when you get kind of good at it. And you can really benefit from the foot pedal. So, all right, guys, that's about it, man, right now. I got the other 351 sitting in the corner. We got to have it decked because I think the top of this thing is not quite straight. We're going to have that done. I'll try to bring you the T56 install. There's 1,000 videos on that out there. Neo Mustangs. He's the big T56 guy in the Fox body. He has a lot of content on that. Check his channel out. Check out Funky 5L. See what they're doing over there, dude. Check out Gearhead, Brule. Everybody's got stuff going on right now. Getting close to the holiday season. So there's a lot going on, dude. And, hey, dude, pray for these gas prices, man. They don't get out of control. Trying to shove this Green New Deal down our throats, man. Definitely start bucking on that and don't let that happen. Get out there and vote. Look what they did in Virginia. Not to get political, man, but they made a statement down there, man. A completely Democrat state flipped Republican in just one vote session. It's amazing, man. People are starting to voice their concerns. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, smash that button, hit it below. This is my Fox Body Mustang 91 Turbo 351 Windsor engine with a 80 mil. No, we got a 76 on there now from VS Racing, tuned by Joe Simpson, T56 manual by RKT Performance. We're getting somewhere, dude. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Later. Wow.